Hello again, this is John DeCook for Building Geek Cred, brought to you by the Werewolf and Borg. And on this episode, we're going to be playing the game Pocket Ops. This is a small game by a small company called the Grand Gamers Guild. And just reading up on the rules on this is effectively a reskin of Tic-Tac-Toe with a little bit of a twist. You're playing spies, and as each person prepares to play their token, you get a chance to predict where they're going to go. And if you're successful, you can cancel their move and leave the board wide open. So we're going to take a look at this, see what it takes to play it through, and see how enjoyable it is. Thanks for joining us today. There's a quick overview of Pocket Ops. The game is akin to Tic-Tac-Toe. There's a 3x3 board down here, but notice each of the spaces has a letter in it, and they have the name of a room. So A is for armory, E is the elevators, and so on. Each player has a hand of cards, one of each corresponding to each of the rooms on the board. You also have 7 regular spy tokens, 8 specialist tokens, which have special abilities. There are 2 crystals indicating that you've won a round, and then the Doomsday Device, which you take if you win the second round, and you place your crystal into it, thereby winning the game because you've completed the Doomsday Device. Now on your turn, you are going to have your 8 specialists face down. You're going to turn 2 face up, pick one of those to add to your pile of spies here. So on your turn, you may choose to play either a regular spy or your active specialist for that round. As you choose where you're going to go on the board, before you reveal that, your opponent will pick one of these cards from their hand. Let's say they pick the armory. They're going to have it face down. After you move, they turn it face up. If they in fact played in the armory, that move is canceled. If it's a spy, it goes back to their pool. If it's a specialist, it's removed from the game permanently. At the end of each round, whatever specialists you have active in your pool are going to also be discarded, and you'll play future rounds with fewer specialist choices, making it a little bit harder. So the specialists have different abilities. For instance, the sniper. If you play the sniper into an empty room, if it holds that position, you can remove an enemy spy from any room along an orthogonal, which means horizontal or vertical path, from the sniper. This attack may travel through an occupied or empty room to reach a target. So you got the courier, looks like a briefcase here. Courier goes in the same room with a friendly spy with an empty orthogonal room. If it holds a position, the spy then moves into that room. You have the mole. You play into an empty room, if it holds a position, it swaps positions with an enemy and a friendly spy. They're both orthogonally or diagonally adjacent to the mole. The hacker, the computer screen here, play the hacker in an empty room. If it holds a position on your later turns as the predictor, the one who's guessing where they're playing, play 2 blueprint cards instead of 1 as normal. So you get a chance to put 2 cards down, a better chance to block somebody. The ability stays active until you successfully block 1 placement. You have the grappling hook as the grappler. Play into an empty room. If it holds a position, swap the grappler with an enemy in an orthogonally adjacent room. The ninja, which is the star, play in an empty room. If it holds the position, remove an enemy spy from an orthogonal or diagonally adjacent room. So you get to effectively assassinate somebody. The pusher, play the pusher in an empty room. If it holds that position, you may move the pusher to an orthogonally adjacent room containing any spy, pushing that spy 1 room in that direction or off the board. If the spy is pushed into a room containing a spy, it pushes that spy in the same way. Any spy pushed off the board is removed. And finally, an assassin. Play the assassin into the same room as an enemy spy. If it holds that position, remove that spy from the board. So you can see there's a little more strategy to it than just straight tic-tac-toe. So we're going to set the game up and see how it plays. So the game is played to a best of 3, so you've got to win 2 games to do that. So first things first, we're going to take a peek at our specialists and pick one to add to our spy pile. And that has to be revealed when you choose that. So I've chosen the sniper in this case. Chris chooses the grappler. All right, he's going to get to place first. So before he does that, let me look through here, make my prediction. That's my prediction. All right, I chose the elevators, and Chris placed on not the elevators. So he gets to stay. Goes back here, so you go ahead and make your prediction. Right. I'm going to go into G. Oh, he picked C. Alright, you thought I was going commando, eh? That'll teach you.
Yes, that will teach me.
I will teach you. Alright. That's my prediction this time. Right. I tried the elevators again, so your spy gets to stay. Alright. My sniper on D. Aha, I figured you'd guess E. So, because the sniper stayed on the board, I get to remove one enemy spy from any room along an orthogonal path. So we're going to go ahead and knock that spy off the board.
Curses.
Oh, so this time, I'm going to predict that. Alright, I guessed, of course, the armory, so your spy gets to stay. Go to the elevator. Alright.
No. Foiled again.
I don't have a lot of choice here, obviously. Remember, the goal is to get 3 in a row, just like Tic-Tac-Toe. Alright, I actually guessed you would go to the Foundry, but you did not, so you get to stay. And now you've got 2 possible places to win the game. So, what's your prediction? I'm going to go to the barracks.
Stay, because I chose
All right,
the
50-50 chance. When we get down to the last space, it's real easy to guess, isn't it?
Yeah. But
So remember, your grappler, if played into an empty room, if it holds a position, you get to swap the grappler with an enemy spy orthogonally adjacent. Interesting.
yes, it is.
I guessed it would be the Foundry, so he gets discarded from the game. And notice if you had gone there, you would have been able to swap and win the round.
Right.
So. All right, so now your guess as to where I'm going to go.
I was trying to outthink you.
That was a good move.
Well, I got a 50-50 chance.
Yes, you do.
And you win the game.
All right, that's one round. So I get a gem. Our specialists are discarded. And then we go again. So I'll start by checking 2 specialists. I'm checking to see what both of them do here real quickly. Alright, you can double check yours if you'd like to. I'm going to go ahead and keep this one. I'm going to keep the pusher this time. Now, I believe the first player key just swaps hands. Let's see. Pass the key card from one player to another. And we got our new specialist. So, I'm going to place first. Go ahead and make your prediction. We'll go to G. All right. One on the board.
Where will my little spy go?
Where's it going to be? All right. I was wrong because I thought you were going to Commando.
Not this time. Armory.
All right.
I knew it was going to be the armory or the command center.
Make a bold prediction this time. Just probably knowing I'm going to be wrong. All right, completely wrong. I said I. Armory.
The armory.
Oh, block. Rejected. Nice call. Right.
So, where do I run to?
Where indeed.
Helps if I...
There we go. I thought you'd go to the elevators. I was wrong.
Because I thought you would think I was going to the elevators. Psych.
Well, I thought that you would not think that I would think that you would think that I was going to the elevators.
That's what I thought. And he goes for the win, and stop.
Get rejected twice. Nicely done. That's 2 in a row. Got to play the odds here. And I thought you'd go for the obvious elevators this time. I was wrong. I'll put my pusher in the foundry.
And you get to keep him because I said you'd go to the
Right.
elevator.
Because I successfully placed him, I get to move him. So we're going to go this way and push you right off the board. once again, you'd go to the elevators. So, you've successfully placed it. Who would you like to assassinate?
Ting.
All right.
Bucked again.
All right. Well, this is tough because now you have lots and lots of ways you can win. So, I guess that, and we'll go from there. Back in the elevators.
I was trying to think. You tried it too many times already. You're going to go with a different one, but
sorry,
no.
Not sorry. All right. What do you think this time?
It's tough. But darn.
All right. So now,
Boiled again. Well, I'd say you're going to guess the option that I have to block you, which is, did you pick the command group?
of course I did.
Of course you did.
Now, so, all right, so your turn to make a prediction. We're not quite to a draw game yet.
No, you're not. But if I force you into a draw, then I will win because you have the first player take.
Correct. Which will tie us up.
I've made my prediction.
Gotta be bold and go for the win.
And you got it.
All right, I get the Doomsday Machine and put the gem in. 2 wins. That is victory. So there you have Pocket Ops, a quick, easy little tic-tac-toe type game. I do like the unpredictability added by the specialists. Adds a nice little twist to what's going on there. And there actually are some specialists that, since you place them in with an existing spy, can actually change where you think you're in a draw, but you're not really. So I do like that little twist to it. Your thoughts, Chris?
I like it. I remember playing it, a giant-sized version of it, a few years back at Gen Con. And yes, due to the unpredictability of you're trying to outthink your opponent of where he's going to go, but even if you think you've outthought them, in comes a specialist that just throws what you thought out the window. So it's such a simplistic game, but just a little thinky that you really are like two spies trying to outthink each other to get the advantage.
Yeah, it really evoked that feel. I like that a lot about it. So I will say, taking a look at it, decent quality production values. Obviously, again, with a smaller company, but the cardboard is nice and heavy. There's nothing cheap about that. The prints on the individual tokens are pretty decent. They're a little bolder and brighter on the specialists than the spies. I'm not sure if that's by design or not. But in any case, very evocative. All the tokens on the specialists are obviously very distinct, so you know exactly what you're looking at when you're looking at them. So that is Pocket Ops, again, by Grand Gamers Guild. It says it plays in about 20 minutes. It took us about 15, even with explanations. So that's it for this episode of Building Geek Cred. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm John DeCook, your host, and with me is
Chris Kresge.
And hope you enjoyed it. Remember to like and subscribe and come back for more of these great videos. Thanks.